Hello, beautiful people on the internet. It's me, Grandpa What Ifs, and I'm here to tell you what if Deku Had Crystal's powers, part 15. Yup, I'm back again, fam. And well, before I jump into the video, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and comment down below any kind of what if ideas they want me to do in the near future. Now that I've gotten the checklist out of the way, let's jump straight into the video. Last I left off, Izumi, Midoriya, and friends and Class 1B, I don't really consider them as friends to be honest, were in the forest camp training with Pixie Ball Mandalay, the pussycats and all that. Having fun, learning to be heroes. It was supposed to be a great day, but sadly though, sadly though, them villains attacked like the Fire Nation. They came in, literally burning down the forest, and then started smacking everybody. Sorry for that. I got tongue-tied for a minute. Toga tried to attack Uraraka, Asui, and Izumi, but Izumi was there and she kicked her ass. Then she went to Mandalay, and Mandalay, with fear in her eyes, realized that Koda was still on top of that hill and doesn't know what could happen. So Izumi went staircasing with her ice platforms up to the hill, only to find that Muscular had come out of the shadows to attack the poor kid. So that's where we begin our tale. Izumi stares down at the villain, standing between him and Koda, making sure that he doesn't have any room to get to him because, she doesn't know his quirk. Who or what are you? I'm what you call a murderer, you see? That's how it goes. I come, I find who I want, and I slit their throats. Also, I take trophies, as he starts to rubble between his pouch, which we all know he keeps eyeballs in. I won't let you do anything to this kid. Your choice, but I guess you're just going to have to die with him, I guess. He starts to get ready as he pulls off his hood and then starts in a stance. He thinks in his mind that, after seeing what her quirk could essentially do, remembering that she came here on ice platforms and thinking that it was some kind of ice shield quirk, she ain't got anything against what I have. And he starts to produce muscle fibers out of his body. Literally, it's so much that it's expanding until he's a giant swirl of muscle. And not in the cool kind. Nope, just a whole giant mess of pink tissue. What the hell? Izumi starts to scream as she sees the hideousness of Muscular's quirk, while Koda behind him is just crying in pure fear. And also the fact that, he said that he's going to kill both of them. Koda was seriously whimpering, and Izumi looked behind him and said, "Don't worry, I'll protect you after all." That's what heroes do, right? Before Koda could even say anything, Muscular had already started charging at Izumi, but Izumi, using her, agility against Muscular, kicked Flip in front of him, and then started to try and encase him in ice, but when he just turned around, he laughed, and then produced more muscle fibers, breaking the ice. If that's all you could do, you ain't gonna stand a chance in hell against me. Well, then I guess I'll just have to try something else then. He laughs maniacally as he tries to slash at Izumi, but Izumi does a backflip, and like a pro, she launches a few fireballs at Muscular's arms, literally burning the muscle fiber that was there. Only a small degree because it was like a little fireball. Huh? What? You thought what? That I only had some kind of weak ice abilities? That I came here on platforms? Is that what you assumed? Then you're gonna lose, cause it's not smart to underestimate me. You little bitch! He screams as he tries to go after Izumi again, at least thinking that if he can get a pin down, he can, do all manners of shit, and I do not mean sexually, I mean... But as he tries to go against her again and again, boom, more muscle fiber is going, and Izumi is thinking in her mind, might as well end this, and then starts to create a bunch of spheres around her signature technique, and then launch her at Muscular. Muscular takes the hit directly. His face is half burnt, and so is some of his muscle fiber. And Izumi just channels in more fire into her hands and then blasts it at Muscular. Essentially, it just burns all of his muscle tissue until, he looks normal again. Now that that's out of the way, she thinks that Muscular has been taken down. She jogs over to Koda to see that he's still crying, and it says, "Hey, don't worry about it. I took care of him. Now, how about we get you back to your aunts? And, we'll settle this there, okay?" But Muscular, his eyes awakened, and he started to walk slowly to Izumi, who is trying to calm down the poor boy. Koda sees what's behind Izumi, and he begins to whimper even more. Izumi is confused by this, and then she looks back, sees Muscular, and then shoves Koda out of the way as Muscular tries to crush her with his muscles fiber. "Show me your blood!" As he begins to pressure him more. The only thing that is protecting Izumi now was a small ice dome that she created. And she begins to think in her mind that, I guess it's not a really bad way to go, I guess. But still, I can't believe it's gonna end like this. But Koda, who in the long run thought that heroes were just useless people that got themselves killed to help strangers, and his mom and dad, the Waterhose heroes, had left him to help random strangers and then get killed, felt the sentiment that Izumi had done, literally getting from the monster that he thought in his mind and attacking him and even risking her life even now for him, an absolute stranger, fills his heart with determination. That's a reference. If you don't know that reference, whatever. But if you do get that reference, comment down below and I'll heart your comments. Anyway, Koda shoots out water hose. I'm just gonna call it water hose attack because that's what essentially it was. And this stops Muscular in his tracks, and he's like, huh? He looks at Koda, and Koda, who had already raised his arms to do the shiz, shouts, "Get away from her!" Whoa. Albie, I haven't seen that quirk used in a long time. And his pressure against Izumi was slowly letting off. And Izumi thought in her mind, this is my chance. She let go of the ice barrier that she was trying so hard to keep contained. And as it dispersed, she literally pressed her hands against the muscle fiber that was there. And then it burned to ashes. Huh? It was fun while it lasted, but as Muscular still tries to create more muscle fibers, it's too late. Izumi created a giant ice fist for a hand and then cracked Muscular on the face, and he plops to the ground. Izumi makes sure to check if he's actually down, and then goes on to run to Koda, and Koda was like, hey now, don't start saying that. I'm sorry I hated you. What? He couldn't bring the words out of his mouth, but Izumi just patted him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, look, I don't know what's wrong with you, but all you need to know is that you're my hero, kid." Huh? After all, if it wasn't for you, I could have died. If it wasn't for that distraction, I couldn't have taken him out. That was pretty smart of you there. Now, let's get you back to your aunts, okay? She wipes off the tears off his eyes, and Koda just nods. He doesn't have any other words, he just nods. And as they leave the burning smelling toast that is known as Muscular, Izumi goes down the mountain with her ice platforms until she reaches the ground with Koda on her back. Man, I'm so sorry. Usually so hard to think of it as a her despite being so into it by now, but it is what it is, I guess. And as she's running, she finds Shoji, who is running for his goddamn life. Izumi is confused, and Shoji starts to explain and is like, whoa, slow down, what's going on? Then Shoji takes a deep breath and then says, Dark Shadow is unleashed! Before Izumi could even process what he just said, she just hears a giant roar coming from the forest. She looks and then she sees a heavily giant dark figure. It's like, oh, yeah. What are we gonna do then? Oh, you have fire, don't you? You could just shine some light on him. Yeah, but my firepower isn't enough to cover such a wide area. But I think I know who can. She grabs Koda off her back and then puts it into Shoji, saying, you carry him. We gotta find Todoroki. Huh? Look, Todoroki and Bakugo were off when they were in the Forest of Courage. If they are fighting someone now, we can not only help them, but they could also help. Before she could even finish that sentence. Dark Shadow was already coming. Okay, never mind. Let's just go. They start to book it as Dark Shadow is literally chasing them and roaring. Tokoyami from inside Dark Shadow is pleading, begging with this monster inside of him to stop this madness. Please, stop it, Dark Shadow. But his voices are being drowned out by the monster's rage. Izumi starts to see blades of metal ahead and a little bit of explosions, but it's too far to really see if that's actually Bakugo or something. And Tokoyami is still screaming until Izumi just shouts, yo, Tokoyami, don't worry about it. Almost up ahead. Look, just don't fight back. Huh? But trust me. Just let it go. Believe it. Believe me. We will help you get through this. I trust you. And he is swallowed up by the monster. And they start to see Moonfish against Todoroki and Bakugo. And then they start to hear the roars too. And then they look to their left to see Izumi and Shoji carrying a boy, which Bakugo obviously remembers, being chased by a giant Dark Shadow. And then they immediately back off. But Moonfish, poor Moonfish, Izumi and Shoji run close to Bakugo and Todoroki, while Dark Shadow just battles Moonfish and effortlessly defeat him. Okay, all on 3 now. What? Just attack him any way you want. All on 3. 1, 2. The monster is looking at them as he lets out one last gigantic roar and then comes on top of them. 3. Todoroki blasts him with fire. Bakugo launches explosions at him. And Izumi blasts her own wave of fire. And it all puts down Dark Shadow. And Tokoyami fell down on the ground, but he's okay. Oh, that was terrifying. Yeah, it really was. Also, what happened to your hand? Izumi asks Shoji. Oh, don't worry about this. As he's just showing what's going on. It was cut off earlier, but as you can see, it's healing. I can heal any of my lost limbs. Oh, pretty cool. As Tokoyami starts to get up and asks what happened, Bakugo begins to shout at him saying, you nearly killed all of us! I did? Yeah! If it wasn't for... what even happened? What's going on? Look, I don't have much time to explain. Izumi starts to tell Bakugo, but it looks like a bunch of villains are attacking us. Shoji, I wanna carry Koda with you to Mandalay, but you are like one of the strongest people here, amphibious and everything, at least some of us. You go take Koda while we go and find the rest of our Class 1A students. And also Class 1B. Sorry about the descriptions, I know. Guys, I'm still learning. Shoji gives her a thumbs up with one of his dupli arms and then books it with Koda. Izumi, Todoroki, Bakugo are all walking in a straight line in the forest. Izumi is setting off a fireball in her hand to provide some light. Todoroki does the same, and Bakugo is asking the both of them, mostly Izumi, so what the heck is actually going on? Like I told you before, villains are attacking the forest. That's the only thing you got, only villains? Are you serious? Why? I don't know. Do we know what they're after? I don't know. Then they come up to Asui and Uraka. Izumi was like, oh, wait, huh? What are you guys doing here? Well, we wanted to come out to help you because we thought they could be in trouble. But, look, I just wanted to help you, okay? We were kind of worried, and plus we thought they'd be repaying you for what you helped us with earlier. Toga. Okay, fine. Just be careful. Just follow this line, okay? And let's get the rest of the students back to the safe house. As they start to walk, Izumi realizes something. She stops because, well, she's the leader, and she stops. And everyone stops, and they were like, "What's wrong, Bakugo? Huh? Where is Bakugo?" They look back, and they see that not only Bakugo, but Tokoyami is missing as well. Huh? Where did he go? And Izumi also disappears as well. Double, huh? Well. I really didn't think that you realized that, but looks like I got my prizes. As he pulls out 3 fingers, and in each of those fingers are 3 balls, which is Bakugo, Tokoyami, and Izumi. And also another thing, a weird technological bracelet that they've never seen before. It was, well, like a normal bracelet, but it was blue. Or at least it flashed blue, but then it just went off. Who are you? Give us back our friends. Now, I would really love to, but sadly though, I can't. So, I'm just gonna have to leave now. Ta-ta now. As he does a backflip and then starts to bucket across the trees. Everyone after him! As they start to bucket as well and then try and chase him down, he drops those same concrete balls, and well, they had to stop in their tracks, but Todoroki did it have to, and he was still ice skating. It wasn't as fast as the slingshot idea Izuku did in Canon, but it was still pretty fast. He was dodging everything with his ice skates, and well, what's his name? Dabi was at the end burning things like he does, and Mr. Compress just came in and said, "Complete the mission. Let's go now." Finally, pretty tired. Action, Vanguard Action Squad, move out! As one familiar voice came from that crowd, and it was Stain, my guys. Yup, Stain, who still has that marks from what Izumi did to her earlier. Yes, sir! Dabi raises a salute, and Compresso just started to shove it into his pocket until Todoroki, like a badass, started to just shoot ice and then will nearly decapitate Mr. Compressor's arm. But don't worry, not just nearly decapitate, not actually decapitate. Well, cut off actually. Whoa! Pretty feisty for essentially an ice user. That's not the only thing I could do. As he uses his fire side and then tries to burn them, but they just dodge, but Mr. Compress just dodges, and Dabi counters with his own fire attack. And as Todoroki tries to come in to grab the balls that Mr. Compress had thrown into Dabi's hands, Dabi just removed his hand and then said, "Well, I guess I'll see you later, Shoto Todoroki." Dabi just walks off, and well, Todoroki shows that one thing in his hand. 1 ball. Huh? Well, you're actually more skilled than I thought. But still, see you around, kid. As Kurogiri created the portal that Dabi started to walk through, Todoroki still tried to ice skate towards him, but he just showed the 2 balls that was still in his fingertips and then left through the portal. And Todoroki was just too late. He screams out, "Damn it all!" He looks into the ball to at least see who he got, and he finds out that it was Tokoyami. He holds on to it, but is sad because he still failed his classmates. Now, we go back to the villains. Hey, HQ. Was the mission a success? Yes and no. Stain says to Shigaraki, "What do you mean? We only got 1 student and apparently 1 inhuman. That's not what the boss wanted. He wanted those 2. He wanted 2 of them. I know, sir, but sadly though, we could only get 1. One of them was pretty powerful in their own rights. But we still got an inhuman, correct?" Yup. As he shows the ball with the little girl, Izumi, and Shigaraki looks into it and says, "Never really thought of her as an inhuman, but it makes sense. Those freaks always keep on running around. Who knew that they'll be here for like 8 years and nobody would notice?" Although it does explain a lot, to be honest. It really does. Now, we just gotta contact our informants and get this shit on the way. Exactly. Everyone goes back to their rooms and Stain just sits there and he starts to think. So, is what he said true? Would this world truly be purified? Well, all I know is that people like her, they don't deserve to be here. And well, I'm just glad that one of our partners see it that way as well. That's where I'm going to leave it up, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. If you do, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and comment down below any kind of what if ideas they want me to do in the near future. This is Gratified What If signing off.